A German mother would never ever do that. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. On today's video I'm going to list and explain 5 things that German mothers don't do, and at the same time show you the beautiful Heidelberg Castle. If you don't know me yet, my name is Marga and I am a Portuguese mother of a 2-year-old baby boy, and we live in Germany in Heidelberg. Now let's go to the castle. There are many ways to get to the castle. You can walk there, there is more than one way to get there walking, and from here is a 15-minute walk. Or you can take the railway. The castle entrance costs 8 euros for adults and it includes the railway. However, the walkway is pretty cool. If walking is okay for you, I would recommend to at least walk to the castle or from the castle and use the railway just once. Have you seen my last video? It is about what German mothers definitely do. Don't forget to check that out. It's a little bit opposite of this one. And before going into the real deal, I want to tell you that the 5 things that I'm going to list are actions and behaviors that, from my experience and from what I have seen, belong to the German culture. However, I believe that not 100% of German mothers do it like this, or don't do it like this in this case. So this is just a small heads up. And let's continue to the castle. Some stairs here have something that looks like numbers painted on the floor. So, now I stopped to drink some water and I'm going to tell you the first thing that German mothers don't do. They don't give presents to their children's teachers. And this thing, for me, it's something really cultural, and everybody knows it, but nobody really talks about it. So, in general, presents in a professional context, they are not so well seen. They might act as a very light bribe, or hello, and lead to some wrong interpretations. So to give some chocolates to your doctor in Christmas, or to give your boss a wine, maybe it's not that a good idea in Germany. However, if the present comes from a group, for example, all the employees, or in this case, all the parents' children, that's okay. And also, if it's something self-made and really simple, would be also okay. I remember where our little lion is on his daycare, one of the educators changed jobs. So we prepared some flowers with children's pictures and we gave her in a bouquet form. It's something really simple, not expensive, and it was really seen with good eyes. She was really happy to get it. Something baked or cooked, self-made, would also be okay. And now let's continue to the castle. I'm doing a break again to talk to you about the second point, and it is the fact that German families do not allow that much screen time, and many of them don't even have a television at home. But I guess this is not only in Germany, but for me here this is something different, and made me think also about my own child. And how much screen time should I allow him to watch or not.
I guess parents almost everywhere try to reduce as much as possible screen time, but here tends to be really near zero. This is my experience, of course, no study or something else, but of course from what I have seen from typical German families. Another thing that is different for me is that children are not allowed to play or watch videos on tablets or cell phones during mealtime. So mealtime is something that all the family is doing together, usually, and German parents don't want to kind of distract children so they can kind of have an adult time. What I see sometimes in restaurants is that one of the parents is taking care of the children and the other one is eating, and then they change roles, which is, I think, quite nice for the children, but then gives the parents less time relax together. On 2019, the WHO actually released some guidelines on physical activity, sedentary behavior and sleep for children under 5 years old. And based on scientific evidence, children under 2 years old should not watch any screen time, and children from 3 years old on can watch, but just 1 hour per day, and less is better. If you have a television at home or even a tablet, I would say that this is really difficult to achieve. Not impossible, but really difficult. And our little lion is now almost 2 years old, and I think I can say that he watches on average 20 minutes screen time per day. Some days nothing, some days 30 to 40 minutes, and I think that's okay right now. Okay, so let's go to the castle.
Like everywhere in Germany, there are a lot of rules here. If you want to look like a German, make sure you follow all of them.
So now I'm here really near the entrance of the castle. You can see a little bit of it here and here. And I'm going to tell you about the third point that I think German mothers don't do. And it is to be too protective. So you know what is a helicopter mother? You know these mothers that are always checking what their children are doing and always telling them, be careful with this, don't do that, you can hurt yourself. And if they fall or go against something, they come running and ask them, where is hurting? You know those kind of mothers? They are really rare here in Germany. German mothers allow their children to climb to really high places, on trees or on playground structures, and they are always watching, but they don't intervene that much. And if they fall, if it's not something major, they let the children decide on his or her own if they need some mother-children time, you know, a hug or a kiss or something, or if they want just to continue playing. And I think that's really positive. I've been learning myself also the importance of letting our children having some risk while playing, of course controlled risk that they can manage, and I've been allowing our little lion to do some things that I might have think before being a mother that I would never allow my child to do that, and he's been achieving so much. So yesterday he just climbed from the front his chair where he eats, you know, the Cybex. I have a video, actually 2 videos about the Cybex chair is here, and now he's climbing on the chair from the front part, and he just sits himself there. Of course I would not like him to do that alone, because he could fall on the floor, so I want to be near, but I'm not too near, you know, so I let him freely move himself and discover what he can achieve. And he was so happy when he did it, so we repeated I don't know, 3 or 4 times, and he was so happy, and I was really happy to see him. But this is something that I am kind of teaching myself, and I am learning with all experiences. So you can see that I'm being influenced by the way German mothers don't do things. Now I'm going to check how much it is to go inside the castle. Come with me.
It costs 8 euros per adult to enter in the castle, including the pharmacy museum, the huge barrel, and the railway ticket.
I'm now here inside the castle, and you have seen my ticket already. And I also had to take this paper with information about where I live, my contacts and so on. I think is in case if there is a corona case here. And we have to wear masks here inside, but I asked the security guys and they told me that if nobody is around and if I'm outside, I can just take it out. So I'm going to do that right now. It's much better without a mask. And it's really calm right now. Today is Wednesday in the morning, so I guess Wednesdays in the morning is really good to visit the castle. And I stopped here to talk to you about the 4th point of things that German mothers don't do. And German mothers do not care if the clothes of their children are ironed, are dirty, or even have holes. And let me explain you in a minute exactly what I mean with that. Of course, there are some mothers that iron their children's clothes, but I am kind of the ironing freak, and I know that not all my friends, neither in Germany or in Portugal, do that. But I still like to iron all my little lion's clothes. But it happens sometimes that I don't have time to do it and I need something, so I just take it from the ironing basket. But concerning dirty, so I'm talking about the stains that don't go out with washing, or if a child falls and the trousers are a little bit dirty, it's no reason to change them, or even sometimes a little bit more than just a little, but it's no reason to change them directly. And I've seen this in many children here in Germany, and the mothers don't really care that much about that, which I don't think it's a negative thing actually, because it's not putting at risk the well-being of the child, at least from what I have seen. And the next thing is to let the children wear clothes with little holes. And I've seen also this, for German mothers, it's not a big deal if their children are wearing clothes with small holes. I confess that our little lion has, I think, 2 or 3 trousers with small holes. And this is because of the way I took the brand tags of the trousers. And the holes are just there, and until now I haven't do something to close them. Yeah, and it's just wearing them like that, but just at home and usually also to sleep. So nobody is actually seeing those holes. at least not that often. Of course, I can only compare from what I know and from what I have more experience, which is my country. And if you don't know, I come from Portugal, which is not a province from Spain. It's a real country. There, I don't know, I think parents take a little bit more care that children don't wear dirty or clothes with holes, and ironing, it depends on the situation. I believe that this not caring about holes attitude has to do with a reusable and reduce waste mindset, with the ultimate objective of being more friendly for the environment. And I see this in many other aspects here on the life choices of Germans. So I think it has a lot to do with that. And now I'm going to show you the highlight, which is the balcony there. If we go there down and pass through a small tunnel, afterwards you see a really, really beautiful balcony where you can see the whole old town. It's really nice. Let's go.
There is also a restaurant here inside the castle, the Schloss Vine. Here you can eat German food like sausages and schnitzel.
Now that I showed you also where you can eat something here inside the castle, I'm going to talk to you about the fifth point, which is the fact that German mothers usually, like very often, do not have somebody to clean their houses. They do everything on their own. And for me, this is really, really different. I come from a family where almost all women, I would say 95%, are not staying at home mothers. They were or are all full-time workers. So they don't have time, mind and energy to come home and clean the house. And honestly, I don't want also to be a full-time mother staying at home. It's not because I think that's negative, not at all. It's just not how I fulfill myself. So I believe that I need to have somebody to help me cleaning my house. Somebody that, of course, I would pay for that. I would prefer to go to work to do something that I like, and with that money pay somebody to clean my house, and those hours spent, I don't know, with my little lion, for example, or doing videos like this, you know, things that I really appreciate to do, and not cleaning the house. I really don't like. But I understand some people even like to clean the house on their free time. Yeah, I'm just not like that. I actually prefer to iron. I guess you already know that from the point before. Here in Baden-Württemberg, I don't know how it is in other states in Germany, but I guess you would need to pay between 10 to 15 euros per hour for somebody to clean your place. And I think it's a really fair price. It's not that cheap if compared to Portugal, for example, but it's fair comparing with the salaries that we earn here. Usually older people that cannot move that well anymore have somebody to clean their houses, but not young families like us. And culturally that's not so well accepted. This is actually a cultural shock that I have with my husband, because he says that we can clean the house by ourselves. And he's kind of right, and he also participates on the house chores. I actually have a video about things that you should know when you're dating a German. Don't forget to check it here. Okay, but Now I think we found a compromise, at least for me it is. We have somebody to clean our house once a week, every 2 weeks, so twice a month. It's not that much, and of course we have to clean in between, because 2 weeks is too much time to wait to have your house cleaned again. But I'm kind of happy with it, at least for now. I'm working part-time, but I will start full-time very soon, and my expectation is that this person will come every week. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, now I finished to complain about this topic, which I think you understood. It's a big one in our household. And also I finished to show you here the castle. But even if you don't want to pay a ticket to visit the castle inside, it's really worth to come up here, and I'm going to show you why. Outside castle, come with me.
If you want to know some of the main specific information about the Heidelberg Castle, check the description of this video.
Look at this view. And now I'm about to finish my video about the 5 things that German mothers don't do. Of course, this is seen with my biased eyes, and it comes from my experience and what I have seen. So it might be that for some of you these are total normal things, and for some others you have much more to add to the list. Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you liked this video. If you want to know more about being a mother in Germany, don't forget to subscribe to my channel right here. And see you on the next video. Bye!